What's up, folks? It's D, and I'm back with another presentation. Very briefly, let's talk about why the Apollo 11 Earthrise picture is a huge red flag. Now, what I like to do is build my case in components. So the first component is going to be the moon. So we're just going to look at this video real quick from one of the most recent full moons. That was the one from back in December. I got this video December 12th, I believe it was. So about the moon, they tell us that it's 239,000 miles away or so. That the moon is 4 times smaller than the planet Earth, according to the heliocentric model. But one thing that I find odd about the moon is that you can zoom in and get so much detail using a Nikon P900 or P1000. Mine's a Nikon P900, and that's how I was able to get in and capture this much detail looking at the moon where it's supposed to be 238,000 miles away. I find that to be a little odd because, I mean, now if you go back and look at some of my older videos, when I first got started with this flat earth stuff, I did one video where I drove out to an intersection. I recorded a trip meter down to the end of the road. I recorded a tree line. Now I zoomed in on that tree line. That tree line was only like 2 miles, 2.5 miles away. I zoomed in on it, and there was so much atmospheric distortion to a point to where I couldn't get as much detail. So then what happened? I took the camera and I zoomed in on the moon. The moon just happened to be in the sky at the same time, so I tilt the camera upward and zoom in on the moon, and I could get better detail on the moon than I could on a tree line that was 2.5 miles away. So I found that to be a little odd. Another thing, while I got it paused here, that I find to be a little fascinating about the moon actually is that you can zoom in, get all this detail right here. You see the different shadows and the craters and all that. But then when you back up, you lose the detail, and at this point, it just turns into another light in the sky. So I thought that was pretty cool. Just wanted to point that out. Okay, so let's move on. But why do we only see one side of the moon? That's what we're gonna explore here real quick. And the answer is tidal locking, according to the globe model. And this is a article from phys.org because, Earth, the globe model is all about physics. You got to understand physics if you want to understand the globe model, or how to debunk the globe model for sure. At least that's what they tell you. So it says just here, what is tidal locking? The moon is tidally locked to the Earth, which means that it always shows one face to our planet. In fact, this is the case for most the large moons in the solar system. What's the process going on to make this happen? And the short answer basically is gravity. But no, that's not it. Here's another explanation for it. Tidal locking is the phenomenon by which a body has the same rotational period as its orbital period around a partner. So, the moon is tidally locked to the Earth because it rotates in exactly the same time as it takes to orbit the Earth. Now, that's another one of those coincidences in this whole globe model, and we got a whole bunch of them. Like, the sun and the moon just happen to look the same size, and when an eclipse occurs, it just happens to take place where the moon is perfectly aligned in front of the sun, although the sun is 93 million miles away and the moon's only 238,000 miles away. But they just look like they're the same size. The sun is 400 times larger than the Earth. The moon is 4 times smaller than the Earth. So it just happens to work out that way. It's another one of those strange coincidences, much like this whole the moon is tidally locked to Earth because it rotates in exactly the same time as it takes to orbit the Earth. Okay? So it's perfect motion, perfect distance, perfect speed. Huge coincidence, in my opinion. But okay, the answer to why we only see one side, tidal locking. So that's the first component. Now, let's briefly about Apollo 11, the moon mission that landed the first man, Neil Armstrong, on the surface of the moon. Him and Buzz and Michael Collins. All right, they traversed the dangers of space, landed on the moon, made it back safe. First time anybody had ever done it on a manned mission. Good stuff. We've all seen the post-trip interviews where they're sitting there talking about how they couldn't see any stars, where they're all looking a little dejected, looking kind of depressed, as if they were forced to lie about something. But anyway, the Apollo 11 was the space flight that first landed humans on the moon. Commander Neil Armstrong and lunar module pilot Buzz Aldrin formed the American crew that landed the Apollo lunar module Eagle on July 20th, 1969. Okay, so that's the Apollo missions. Now, this is a quick article from space.com. We're just going to look at the title here. The title of this article is Apollo 11 Moon Landing Site Seen in Unprecedented Detail. So, not only did they travel 238,000 miles away from Earth through the vacuum of space, landed on the moon, but we can take pictures. We now have the technology on Earth to zoom in and show the lunar sites, and we have them mapped out. So the Apollo 11 lunar site is seen here. All right, from my angle, it's a little bit on the left. Okay, Apollo 11. That's where they tell us that the Apollo 11 lunar site took place. Okay, so that's tidal locking. We only see this one side, and on this one side is the Apollo 11. Still with me? Good. All right, now on nasa.gov, I go there, I type in Apollo 11, and we have this picture, Earth rising over the moon's horizon. So I click on images, click on that one, download this straight from nasa.gov. Okay, and this is the Earthrise. This is Apollo 11 Earthrise picture taken from the moon of the Earth on the moon's horizon, right? Now, here's where I have a question. If we only see one side of the moon because it's tidally locked to the Earth, and the Apollo 11 pictures are from the location specified by NASA on the front, on the side, facing towards the Earth, then why do the pictures from the Apollo 11 mission show Earth so low on the horizon? Now here's what I mean. In this little picture here, it's showing that the head of the man on the moon is facing towards the Earth the whole time, right? Okay. Because the face of the moon is locked on Earth, pictures with Earth would have to be taken with the camera at a 90-degree angle, meaning the camera needs to be facing straight up in order to take a picture of the Earth. Now, I'm just going through a thought exercise here. This is what the pictures are showing us right here, okay? In this little blue square with these little men, little stick men on the moon facing towards the Earth, okay? At no point, if they're on the face of the moon pointing back towards the Earth, that the Earth should be low on the horizon of the moon. Whereas the picture that I took right here, I put the camera on the ground, and that's more the orientation where the globe should be in the background. So just want to throw that out there. Now, of course, we're going to have rebuttals. But NASA took a picture of the Earth at that angle. Okay, let's go with that. Let's say that this is the lunar module taking a picture of the Earth in the distance from approximately that angle, that 90-degree angle where it's kind of really high in the sky, not so much low on the horizon. Okay, and this is the lunar module, right? This piece of crap cost $50 million, taxpayer money. And back in 1969, I'm just going to say it's a little bit more in 1969 dollars than it is today. It's probably like, not even going to guess, a lot more. We can say that if you factor in inflation. Because, let me see, back in 69, how much was it for a gallon of gas? What, a nickel, a dime, 15 cents maybe? How much is a gallon of gas now? $2.50, $2.89? Yeah, inflation. Anyway, so let's do a technological comparison here. This is a single prop Cessna Price range 25,000 to 150,000. Okay, now let's go back. This is the lunar module, $50 million. Okay, single prop Cessna, 25,000 to 150,000. Right. Now let's look at just one thing. The rivets is one thing I want to point out here. Just the frame of the lunar module. Rivets, a short metal pin or bolt for holding together two plates of metal. Its headless end being beaten out or pressed down when in place. Okay, these metal sheets are fastened together and riveted in place. In order to make the structure secure, they want to have the frame nice and tight, right? That's why they use rivets. Verb, join or fasten plates of metal with a rivet or rivets. 2, hold someone or something fast as to make them incapable of movement. Okay, now if you're flying in a single prop Cessna just a few miles above Earth at dozens to hundreds of miles at a time, and you got this much thought put into it, okay, this is the frame right here. They want to make sure that the exterior of this plane is tight, that it's secure. Okay, now let's look at this, and this is $25,000 to $150,000 single prop Cessna. Okay, now let's look at the lunar module. We got gaps in the hull. Is that metal? Does that look like metal plating? Why is this not riveted? You think this actually traveled through space? I'm gonna go with no. This looks like a poorly constructed science project done by a group of kids around the neighborhood who were on a tight budget, but had to throw something together. But this is what we got, $50 million right here, right? Travel through space, through the vacuum of space, travel through all the varying temperature fluctuations and all that. Okay, and then you look at this other part here. What it looks like on these ends is someone took long sheets of tinfoil and then got to a point to where they laid it down on the frame and realized that it wasn't going to reach over the rest of it. And then they took another sheet of tinfoil, put this brown adhesive on the edge of it to hold it in place. And then they just, wrapped it around like that. That's what that looks like to me. You let me know in the comments what you think about that. And then, the brackets, meaning where the bar actually meets the frame of the lunar lander. Why are these all covered up? Like the bar connects to the frame. Why are you not showing us? Why is it that the way that the bar is connected to the frame, that's all covered up? It looks like somebody got large sheets of construction paper and just, okay, I'm guessing that where these bars meet the frame, it's some kind of industrial adhesive that they just kind of put there to hold it in place just so they can take some pictures, and then they kind of put some construction paper over it, the brown adhesive or the gold aluminum foil and all that, just to make it look spacey. Okay, so anyway, but yeah, it's a piece of crap. Long story short. So what I did, also downloaded this picture from NASA.gov of the lunar module with the Earth in the background. So let's take a look at this. What I did, I decided to make some adjustments to the picture. First, I wanted to get it in frame in about the right spot. I adjust the contrast a little bit. I adjust the saturation. And I adjust the highlight to around 50 or so. And then I increase the sharpness, 45%. Change the temperature a little bit. I don't even know if that needed to be done. But then we adjust the levels, and let's see what happens. Oh, well, look at that. There's a little box around the Earth. What is that? What's going on here? I mean, that's the Earth, right? That's like an actual picture. But why is there like a little box around the Earth? I mean, looks like somebody might have just taken that picture and kind of pasted that in. That looks weird. Hold up. Here, let's check out this other one here. Let's check out the Earthrise. I did the same thing. Downloaded the picture from NASA.gov. You can do the same thing. This isn't even Photoshop technology. This is just some basic stuff I got on my MacBook Air. Just open a picture and then just making some adjustments. So let me see. Adjust the saturation, just the same. Adjust the highlights. Then I'm going to adjust the shadow and adjust the levels. And once again, we got these little squares popping up around the Earth. Is that what happens in normal pictures? I mean, somebody let me know. I'm sure there's going to be some globe believer trying to, pull up some pictures and do the same thing. But come on, man. Like I said, this picture isn't even at the right angle. The Earth isn't even at the right angle for this picture to be taken seriously. So, yeah, I just wanted to share those things with you. Conclusion: the pictures of the Earth taken during the Apollo 11 moon missions were fabricated. That's my conclusion as far as looking at this stuff. Just as far as the angle of the Earth in conjunction with the position of the Apollo 11 lunar site. If your head's facing like towards the Earth, like the little stick man showed, then that means that the camera's going to have to point up in order to take that picture. So, yeah, that's all I got for that. Anyway, but that's my opinion on the situation. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. That's all I got for this one. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share, and all that good stuff, or not. It's all good. As always, be good to each other, take care of yourself, and stay flat. I'll see you next time. Thank you.